Hey there crew, it's Mark from MenWhoBullet. Thanks for coming to hang out with me today as we check out an incredibly cool modular planner system that I've just been dying to share with you. I'm so excited to kick off my notebook review series with this planner system because it is pretty damn awesome. This planner system includes an amazing magnetic binder technology that allows you to take in and out your planners as you need them or put them all together inside of one notebook. It also makes it incredibly easy to change out papers, templates, and accessories as well with the binders and silicone bands. Seriously, this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, and we're gonna go over the entire series with you. We'll also be checking out the daily version of this, which is already available over on their website, which is ANTOU1010.com. This is the same magnetic binder technology, just in a smaller size, but what I love about this is that the smaller daily can work with the work size and just clip all together. We'll be talking about the binders themselves, we'll be talking about all of the accessories that come along with it, as well as how you can create your own templates and insert your own type of paper into this binder. So without further ado, because I cannot contain my excitement any longer, let's go ahead and check out the ANTOU Book NOTA series. Oh yes, this is gonna be awesome. And just overall, a really wonderful design. I love how simplistic it is, and it makes sense because ANTOU is made up of product designers and stationery lovers. They know what's up, and I love it. Right when we open this up, have fun DIYing your notebook. This is going to be incredible. And what's amazing is that this QR code here is going to lead you to an entire template community of things that you're going to be able to add inside of your planner. So inside of this box, we're going to have the notebook itself, which we're going to go through. You're also going to have a corner punch. This is going to be incredibly important, especially as we're adding things into our notebook, and we'll be using that today. Also, we have a few accessories that are already available for this notebook specifically. Inside of here, we have a card holder as well as 2 envelopes. You'll also see the magnetic binding here and the silicone bands that we have inside of here, which we'll be talking about next because this is how this whole modular system works together. This binder itself is fantastic. We're going to talk about size and everything else just momentarily because I have all my notes inside of here, but there are a few different colors and materials that you can choose as a part of this. They have a recycled leather, as you see here, as well as some other leather options too. You have an elastic enclosure, which I've been trying to learn about how to use over the past few weeks. You can wrap it around and tuck it. I've also seen some people just hold the end of it and twist the elastic, and then it's shut. You can do whatever you want. All right, when we open this, this is where all the magic starts to happen. So, as a part of this system, you can do so much, and it all has to do with the magnetic center and these magnetic binders. That's what's going to allow you to take things in and out, add them, move along, do whatever you need to do. There's going to be 2 main ways that you can put paper inside of this binder. Over here on the left-hand side, we're going to actually pull these out. These are a bunch of templates that already come as a part of this notebook, which is really cool. Calendars, dot grid papers. I added this one as a part of my testing. Project planners. All kinds of cool things that are here. And this just really goes to show you how this system can do anything that you want it to do. Now, the real magic, of course, has to do with the magnetic binding here. That's what's going to stick it to the inside of here. On the outside of this, you have these silicone bands. This is what's going to hold your paper in place. So on the edge here, you're going to see that notch. On all of the paper and everything like that, you also see this notch as well. It's the same notch that this corner punch is going to put into your paper. So when you want to use the notch as a part of this, you're going to take your paper, you're going to notch it. You put the silicone band around the edges here. With this band here, what you can do is take a stack, or you can do a few pieces at a time if you want to. And you just snugly put them in here, and it holds on to that silicone band, and now your papers are secure inside of here. The other way that you can secure your papers in here are actually with these elastic bands and this traveler's converter. Now this converter includes a piece that's inside of here that snugly fits together, and it comes with 2 different types of elastic bands. And this is where you can put your traveler's notebooks into and hold similar to any of those other traveler notebook cases. Depending how you want to do this, you can just put free sheets of paper inside of here. Or if you actually have traveler's notebooks, you can easily add them in here as well. And it keeps everything together for you. Everything in here is going to be in millimeters because I actually found during my research and looking for paper sizes and everything else that it is easier to find things using that than any other system. So centimeters, millimeters, I'm all about it. So this notebook itself, the overall profile here is going to be 166 millimeters wide by 227 millimeters tall. Now the paper size though is going to be a little bit different. There's going to be a few different ways that you can put paper into this, and we're going to talk about those sizes in just a moment. But the first one here is going to be a folded punch. Now, whenever you're using this size paper here, the most important part is actually going to be the height of your paper. It needs to be 210 millimeters tall to fit inside of this binding here. We'll be able to do this with a US letter size or A4 sized paper. You can also do single sheet as well. I actually found this online. So it is an A5 sized single sheet, which is 210 millimeters tall, which is exactly what we need it to be to fit inside of the binding. Now these single sheets I got off of Amazon, they came looking just like this, and I'll go ahead and show you real quick how to use the hole punch as a part of this. What you're going to do is you're going to take the bottom corner of your page first, and we're going to slip it right in there into this notch and punch it, and then we're going to flip it like this, upside down, and we're going to put the notch in the top right there. And that's going to give you the right size that you need to put them inside of your notebook. I've tried to push this to the limits to see how many pieces I can actually fit inside of here, and it's super snug, but that's good. What I found is that I can fit 35 individual sheets into this size here. Works super nice. Even though this paper was probably made for a ring binder here, it also works inside of here. And because it goes inside of the binding here, you can't actually see those dots anymore, which is fantastic. So I have a 35-page notebook that I just put together relatively easily. But if I don't want to do single sheets and instead I want to do my folded sheets, we can do that as well. If you're able to, an A4 size piece of paper is going to work best because an A4 size is already 210 millimeters top to bottom. Now all we have to do is take our paper and we're just going to fold it real quick. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this folded edge here and we're going to go ahead and do the same thing again. We're going to start with the bottom, punch it, we're going to flip it over, punch it, and then now we have our paper ready to go. I did the same thing with the folded paper as I did with the flat sheets to see how far I could push this. And the furthest that I could push these folded 120 GSM paper was 16 folded sheets inside of here. And that all fits really nicely. This is going to give you 32 pages instead of 35 just because it's folded. It takes up a little bit of space. I don't know why it worked out that way, but it did. But everything works out fine and it's all here. What's really cool about this overall system, and something that they do a lot in their videos, is they talk about sharing. And I never thought about using a notebook like this because I'm so used to our normal binder pages where you just write on one page and you fold it over and you write on the next. But why are we using whole sheets of paper? Why, when I'm writing out my notes or drawing something, am I not just drawing across this page, folding it up, and putting it back together? ANTOU really has me thinking about how I'm using my binders and my journals and my planning, and I absolutely love that. Now that we've decided what we're going to do here, we can easily take our pages, put them all together, and be good to go. I showed them off when we first opened everything up, but there are two current accessories that you can get as a part of this. This is going to be the organizer card holder, which is here, and then also we have the EDC envelope folder. So you easily pop things inside of here and put it right inside of your notebook. But what I love is that this notebook can be whatever you need it to be when you need it to be it. So if I don't need the folders and the card holders, but instead it's more important for me to have my planners and my project planners and open notebook, then I can make that decision to do that, and everything is put together nice and easily. So this is the work edition of the book NOTA series. One of the things that we didn't talk about just yet actually has to do with the templates. So the notebook comes with templates as a part of it already. And as mentioned before, there's an entire community and downloadable templates that you can download yourself. I'm really excited about this since you can use 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper and just trim off the top to make them fit. I have a feeling I'll be printing a lot of those off, but some that come a part of that, which I just absolutely love, are things like project planners that are here, has the task and the dates and the timelines. You can print off full calendars as well for yourself too and make these super functional for what you need. And there's even some really cool weekly fold down planners that you can print out too and use. And I think this is the coolest in the entire world. And as I mentioned, all of these are going to be available online when you purchase this as well. If you're dying to get your hands on this system now, let's go ahead and check out the Daily. The Daily is a fantastic option for this entire series because it's just a little bit smaller, but just as amazing because everything is the same. This box is going to include the binder that we have here, and you can also get it embossed, which I absolutely love. All the details are here just as the other box. Hello, as we open that up. Details, all of the different community options for you and downloadable templates that you can use. And this one has the most amount of accessories that are available, and I think it's very cool. Inside of this box, you're going to have your tool holder. We mentioned it earlier, but this is for the traveler's insert. So it comes with this piece and these two elastic bands. We'll show you how that hooks up in just a second. This version also already came with some papers. We're going to sit those off to the side, and came with extra elastic bands. These are really important because, as we showed before, this is what holds everything together inside of the binder. Everything about this notebook is exactly the same for how it works. You have your magnetic inside here, your binders that you can use however you want, your papers that you can easily slide in and slide out depending on what you want to do and what you want to use. And we have all of the details here for you as well. So the profile of this notebook here is going to be 177 millimeters tall by 130 millimeters wide. When it comes to the paper sizes here, this is where it's going to get a little bit tricky, and they're not as easily accessible, at least from what's already out there, without cutting down a lot of paper. So this sheet here is going to be 160 millimeters tall and a total width of 230 millimeters. But inside of your notebook, this measurement is much more important. The same 160 millimeter height, but your max width that you're going to work with is about 115 millimeters total. If you're looking not to purchase, but include your own paper, ANTOU said that the best size paper that you can use is going to be a B5 piece of paper, but you are going to have to cut that down a little bit. A B5 sheet of paper is about 176 millimeters tall and 250 millimeters wide. So you will have to trim the top down about 16 millimeters. And folded you should be okay, but you also might have to trim off a little bit of the left-hand side. Because that's a lot of work for most people, you can also purchase the paper for this series off of their website. This will come with 100 pre-folded, pre-notched pages, and they can be in dot, lined, or blank as well. Everything about this works exactly the same, so we can go ahead and take out these blank pages if we wanted to, grab a few sheets of our dot grid paper, and easily change that out. Ready to go. The same corner notch punch is going to work with these as well. So if you want to cut down your paper or use those templates, you totally can. And be good to go. I mentioned before, but the accessories for this is really awesome. You have the tool holder here, which has the elastic bands that can hold on to different size tools. There's also a notch inside of this for a pocket. So this is super neat. You can put some pencils inside of here if you wanted to, or any type of sharp objects, scissors, a compass. And you also have a cool card holder as well if you wanted to. Easily put that in there and pop that inside of here. These are going to work similar to all of the other pages as well and are all interchangeable depending on what you want for your own specific notebook. So this is the book NOTA series. We have the work, your daily that is already available on their website, and you also have the light, which is a really nice and easy way to take these on the go individually. So far, I've absolutely loved using this notebook. The reason being, there is so much room for activities inside of here. And what's super cool is if you don't want something large with you all the time and you just want to take the dailies also work inside of your larger work one as well. I have to tell you, one of the things I love the most about this notebook is that you are not bound, pun intended, to only using its products. If you want to use your own paper, you can, and they give you the availability to. If you want to use inserts, templates, instead of blank sheets, you can. If you want to use this as a traveler's notebook with your traveler's notebooks, you can. And everything can fit inside of one package, unless you want it to be separate. The versatility of this notebook is going to be so incredibly fun for me. I've been thinking a lot about how I can use this for myself. And I gotta tell you, this has a great opportunity to become a wonderful content planner. And it also has a lot of opportunity to potentially become a work planner for me. Because I love bullet journaling, but also need the flexibility of things for work, the ability to take out sheets when I need them, pop them back in when I'm ready to go. As you can see, I'm incredibly hyped up about this system. I think it's one of the coolest things that I've ever seen from planners before. And I love the fact how modular this is. I love that I can include different accessories, use my own types of paper, print out templates. There's just so much that can be done. It's amazing. As well as the website, so you can check out the daily versions, which are already available now.